Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, call Allah Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Harakhakodash. Double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who were way to tell us his truth. Peace and love and blessed salutations to your occupants, part of the bahasham of the House of David. To you few sincere sisters out there that watch, also Shalom to you. This is real quick through the spirit. Quick walk and talk. Something I was meditating on. I seen this picture the other day, and thought I'd do a lesson. I ain't got the picture up, but basically through the spirit, we are walking weapons, so to speak. Okay, and you should already know where I'm getting at or where I'm heading toward with that. Okay, because when you read Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, actually Jeremiah says it a couple times, but read Jeremiah the 5th chapter, it basically talks about how when the Lord puts his words in your mouth, okay, then that those words are basically fire. Oh shit, it's stuck here. Bear with me. I got one hand. I'm walking from the store, but that he puts he puts his words in your mouth, and these people are wood, but those words that you speak are fire. Okay, we clearly see that. I mean, how we see that? We see what it's doing to Esau, Edom. Remember, the scriptures talk about how the Lord is going to destroy Esau, Edom with the brightness of his coming. All right, and it talks about his mouthpiece too, which he's using the brothers with the 100% doctrine, okay, that are all agreed on one accord. Okay, he's using brothers in that sense, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone on down. And when you read Hebrews, the 4th chapter, it talks about how the scriptures are a two-edged sword, cutting deeper than marrow, okay, deeper than your bone, deeper than your skin. So you got guys that are out here, like I've seen a couple of camps and dudes with camps, and especially security camps. They walk around with guns on them and shit like that, whatever the case may be, or they're preparing to. Look, and that's all it's gonna lead to. That's the spirit. They're preparing to, like you had this one dude that was with Fopi. His name was Shamsha, some shit, man. And they were basically talking, doing a video, and the dude was holding up his guns like, yo, if they come through my door, boom. Look, that's idiotic. That's an idiotic mind state to have. Okay, because really, in all actuality, it's the Lord's will that's going to be done. Them guns that Esau puts out for you Jakes, them guns that those are low-class weapons. Give him those. And this devil's about to come down with the Lord has sharpened the sword to come down crazily. And I always bring this up. The angel, okay, that had a name, Simeon Toko. One of the things that that stuck with me, that he told them higher elite devils that were trying to off him, what they do, they cut him up, scattered his body parts around the earth in these highly government containers, shooting them, doing everything in their power to off this angel. And when he told them before he left was there are going to be more like me in the future, and you won't be able to stop them. And when you read, I think it's Zechariah, if I'm not mistaken, the 12th chapter, it talks about how the house of David, he that is people among you shall be as David, and David, or the house of David, should be as the angel of the Lord. See, we have the powerfulest weapon shit made. Be real. You know, we got the word of the Lord in us. That's the main thing, in us. And when you look at the acts or the miracles that the prophets did, okay, the spiritual things that have happened as far as protection from Yahawashi, spiritual protection from your enemies, you know that something far greater, especially because of the times that we're in, you know that something far greater is going to come. And the Lord said it. I'm saying this because the Lord said it. Yahawashi said it. The things that you see me do, you shall do greater. And the Lord's acts were so vast that you couldn't even contain them in the book. So how about that? We're talking about men through the Spirit that, you know, you're talking about men through the Spirit, man, that are walking weapons, period, that these devils are afraid of. The Lord set up freedom of speech. The Lord set up the YouTube. He set up the internet, and the Lord set up the prophets to be used as a mouthpiece to destroy this devil's lies, to destroy what's been hidden, what this devil's been hiding. That's really why they're coming down too with great wrath. They got these dogs. They got a mission or goal. We gotta remove, like I said, the red list, the blue list, and the yellow list. Look it up. They gotta remove the ones that are speaking highly against the NWO. Now, you have regular so-called conspiracy theorists that are speaking up against it, which I ain't cool bet. But then you got ones that are through the Rakakodash that are speaking against it from the source. And not only speaking against it, but we're telling them their futuristic downfall. Okay? We're telling them their future. See, the ones that can see into the future are the prophets. The ones that are so-called conspiracy theorists that are talking against the NWO, whatever case may be, they still think this place is gonna go on. Because you gotta really think about it, like who is gonna stop this shit from happening? Who is going to stop these devils? Who is going to stop their plans? These people don't have a fucking clue. They don't have a clue in the fucking world. Excuse my French. They don't have a clue in the world how this thing ends. But we do. Because the Lord blessed us with the mysteries. See, these people, they read the scriptures. So like you pull out a couple scriptures. They read the scriptures. Finally, they made a new one. They read the scriptures, and they don't know what the scriptures are talking about. Let me see. Bear with me. Let me get all the scriptures that I was talking about. I was walking. So this is Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore thus saith Yahawah, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. So we got power now. We We got the word of the Lord. Okay? You're a walking weapon, literally. Because Yahawashi made you that. All right? This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of Yahawah is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of heart. If that ain't powerful, y'all don't know what is. All right? These words that we speak these are it. That's why people come up, they try to fight us. They can't get, you tell them the truth, and really the truth is supposed to set you free. But this ain't for everybody, okay? So let me go to Zechariah 12. And you think that the Lord ain't gonna have, this power manifest physically in the times that we're coming in? You're fucking right, because it's written. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahawah is going to lift up a standard. And we're about to see that flood come. Zechariah 12 and let's see, and 8. It says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And we're entering into that time now. We're in it. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. And the house of David shall be as power as the angel of the Lord before them. Now, let's look that up in the NLT real quick. Not even home. Why is it on personal use? So, these phones, man. So, NLT, Zechariah 12. Let's see. Look, and it said, that's the spirit. NLT, Zechariah 12. Future deliverance for who? For Jerusalem. Ain't that something? Zechariah 12 and 8. On that day, the Lord will defend the people of Jerusalem. We're in that day. Ain't no more second guessing. Ain't no more when is it coming. We're here. Okay. It says, on that day will Yahawah, on that day, Yahawah will defend the people of Jerusalem, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The weakest among them will be as mighty as David, and the royal descendants will be like God, like the angel of the Lord who goes before them. And you know anything about the angels, well, the scriptures talk about it, how they excel in strength. Let me see, angels excel. Let's see. And we are doing the work of the Lord. Angels excel in strength. The angels love doing the will of the Heavenly Father, man. It's Psalms 103 and 20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. So even if you're doing the will of the Lord, you're hearkening to the voice of the word of the Lord. The Lord said that he that is feeble amongst you shall be as David, as the angel of the Lord that goes before them. We're talking about spiritual power on the highest level, man. We're going to be, the scriptures talk about extraterrestrial. We're going to be turned into extraterrestrials, man. Meaning we're going to be able to enjoy the pleasures of the flesh and not go off, but we're going to be angelic. So that's what's coming. Okay, that's like Simeon Toko said. He said, the ones that come after me, you will not be able to stop them. And he said, like, come on. We're going to have the same capabilities and all that. And not only just killing, we're going to be able to heal, all right? Something that this devil, like with his left hand miracles, his medical field, you know what I'm saying, he can't do. We're going to be able to do that, all right? We're going to be able to do the same things that the Lord did and more. Let me see, things. He said he was going to give us power from on high. Let's do greater. KJV. Oh, shit. Hopefully it just popped up. Oh. 1 second. This is going to be my last script I'm going to get. This is St. John 14:12. It says, verily I say unto you, he that believeth on me, and that's the main part, believing. When all this shit goes down, when everything is said and done, when everything's happening, man, you got to keep your faith and focus on Yahawashi. And you got to believe the words that he said. He said he said when the enemy comes in like a flood, he's going to lift up a standard. You got to believe that, though. Okay? He said he was going to give us the power to mount up, as eagles, meaning be able to fly, run and not be weary, to be able to overcome our enemy. Actually, I'm going to get that next. It says, the works that I do shall he also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go to my Father, because Yahawashi is mediating for us to win. Okay? He prayed. He up there rooting for us, man. And he's about to come back. And he's about to save us out of this madness that we're in. This bad dream. Okay, so let me get Luke 10:19 and I'm going to close it out. This is Luke chapter 10:19. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents. And we know the serpent represents Esau, Edom, the devil, and scorpions, and 2/3 of our people. And over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. And that's that, man. We're not going to be rejoicing because the Lord, we're not supposed to rejoice because, Yahawashi gave us power. We're supposed to rejoice because we're part of the elect. And Yahawashi, I don't want to write this out, and I'll speak for you brothers out there, Lord willing. Hey, I'm rooting for you Akim out there that's fighting for your crown. We at the end, so a lot of spiritual things are going on. A lot of spiritual things are happening. A lot of brothers are being more mentally tested. I could say for me, the goal is just embrace it. Right? Embrace the temptation, embrace the fire, especially right now, because the Lord is girding you up. Embrace the discipline. Really listen to Akim, man. Really listen to brothers, man. Especially on the videos. Really listen, because hey, you gotta listen to the Spirit, man. The Spirit's like the wind. Okay, really listen and pay attention, because you're gonna need top-notch faith in these times that we're in. You're gonna have what you've been reading. The Lord's gonna test you to make. Hey, do you really believe what you've been reading? The Lord's gave enough signs out here, man. The Lord's gave enough brothers, the vision to see his majesty, to see his works, to see his strange acts, to see he gave you the vision to see the future of your enemies' downfall. They hate hearing it, but we still gonna tell their asses the shit. You devils are going into slavery. You heathen nations are too. And you devils are going to get done away with. That's power for you. Saying what's going to happen before it happens. These devils know it too. But that's power for you, man. All right? Hey, I know, like, when I was young, yeah, my family was into Christianity and things of that nature, but I never would have thought, never would have knew, the glory of Yahawashi, what's really going on out here, what's really happening out here. I never would have thought for a second I would be able to open these scriptures and understand the book. Okay? Isaiah talked about that. He talked about how, the book is given to one that is unlearned. They can't decipher it. Well, who knew? Now you got the code. You got the cheat code. Right? You got the Lord bless you to see. Now embrace it, man. Embrace the gift and embrace the faith that the Lord's giving you. That's a gift. Because we ain't in the time of, looking back. Oh, shit, man, I don't really know. Nah, man. And if you feel like you lack faith, ask the Lord. Ask the Lord for more. But with that, I'm going to say, call on Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Harakha. Double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone, who will wear the touch of truth. Peace and love and blessed salutations to Yakim as part of the Bayasha House of David. Shalom.